What's up everybody, my name is Kinetic and welcome to my quick guide for crafting in Dragon Age Inquisition. We've got a couple of awesome things behind us. First, a beautiful view of that awesome breach. And we've also got, more importantly, the crafting station for smithing. Now, if you are just getting into Dragon Age Inquisition and you're looking for a quick breakdown of how things work here, this video is for you. This is not an advanced crafting guide by any means. I will be making videos like that in the future, as well as guides to how to find rare schematics, materials, and other things like that. For this, I'm just giving my little breakdown of how modifying, crafting, and stuff like that works, with a few little extra details. So, first thing you're going to want to do is acquire some schematics. You can find these by going out into the world. You can loot them from chests. You can get them from a number of different means. And they look something like this. You can get, for example, upgrade components like halves that will go onto your sword. You can actually find entire schematics for making it a brand new sword. You have enhancements for some of your heroes' weapons as well, like Bianca arms, one enhancement here, a bow grip, a haft for a one-handed sword, and a sharp pommel, which I believe can go on to, yes, the two-handed weapons. There are also, of course, armor schematics as well. You can create an entirely new piece of armor from these, or you can do upgrades. For example, a light armor leg upgrade is actually going to go and attach itself onto your full armor piece. For example, maybe the scout armor to enhance it. Since there are no actual foot or leg slots, that's what these schematics provide. Much like the halves and the pommels, they're upgrade components that will go onto your armor. Once you've got some sweet schematics, then you can either visit the craft armor or the craft weapons, and that's where you will make your respective pieces. First, what you might want to do, and this is a little bit of a kind of a weird way that you have to go about this. There is no way, once you're in the crafting menu, to compare what your characters are using. So, if, for example, if you're looking at a piece of armor that says that it has an armor base of 80 or something like that, you can't see what that compares to, for example, your main character or your followers like Varric, Solus, or Cassandra. So the first thing you want to do is decide which are you trying to figure out. Are you trying to figure out weapon or armor? In this case, I'm going to look at my main character's armor. I want to see what he's currently wearing for his body piece. So I'm going to tab over using the L, B, R, B buttons, and I'm going to go to heavy armor because that's what my character is using. Currently, it says that I'm wearing the Defender Male, and it tells me the armor rating of 79 there. You can also press X, for example, if you're using the... And you can see that it gives more detailed information, and will also compare here other pieces that are in your inventory compared to what you're currently wearing. So I've got an armor rating of 79 on my Defender Male. Good to know. Now what I want to know is, can I craft anything better than that? So I'm going to go over here to the craft armor station. I'm going to flip over using the LB/RB buttons to go to the heavy mail section. And it says that I have two schematics that I have the materials for. You'll know if you have the materials by it being perfectly bright like that. If you don't have the materials, what you'll see is that the schematic is red. And it will probably give you a little bit of a warning that you don't have the materials. So what do we got here? We've got Defender Male of 72, and we've got a Defender Coat of 92. So now that I know what I'm wearing, I can look at this and go, hey, this is definitely an upgrade. So we click on this, and here's some interesting things that you can note about looking at these. These are basically slots for putting crafting materials into. And each piece of armor and weapon and upgrade components will have these different slots requiring different materials, and they'll also have different benefits depending on the type of slot that it is. So for example, here we've got an armor slot and we've got a utility slot. You can see in the upper left corner it says there utility, and it says how many pieces are required metal. If you actually look really carefully, you'll notice, maybe not so much for this one because they're both requiring metal, but the actual background of these slots represents kind of the material that you are putting into that space. It's a little touch. I noticed, for example, if this was a cloth requirement, then it would look like a piece of cloth behind there instead of this kind of rocky stone texture. So here we have armor. Let's take a look at this. By clicking on this, it will show me what kinds of materials, what kind of stone metal materials can I put into this slot. And just below the list here, it shows primary slot, utility slot, offense slot, and defense slot, which is kind of interesting because none of those are an armor slot, right? It's one of the strange things. I haven't quite figured out if there is actually any point to it saying armor slot, but there's that. If we go, for example, to utility, then we understand that from the list of perks down there, that the utility slot is going to give me +1 strength by putting this blue vitriol here, but there are no such perks, it seems, for armor. It says 92, and no matter which one of these I highlight, it continues to say 92. If there are additional benefits, for example, with the utility, all right, for example, let's take a look at this. We've got +1 to strength, okay? So by adding 4 pieces of metal, which is a requirement, I'm going to get +4 strength, as it says over there on the right under the armor rating. So I can go ahead and put that there, and so now I know that's going to be the additional benefit because of the material that I chose. But once again, like I said, it doesn't seem to matter what you put here. It still continues to say armor rating of 92, a little bit more highlighted, but pretty much exactly the same. So once you've decided what materials you want and what perks you want based on the slot, be it offense, utility, whatever, then you can go ahead and press, for example, Y to craft. And it will say you have crafted Strong Defender Coat. And I can actually rename this if I want, which is one of the sweeter features. You can get kind of creative with this, a little crazy if you want. So I can call it, for example, maybe Defender Coat of the Giant, because it just sounds more badass like that, doesn't it? Of course it does. Alright, so there we go. Now, of course, I can go now to my inventory, and I will find under armor, in the heavy metal section, the Defender Coat of the Giant, which is awesome. I can press X to examine. There it shows the stats. X again to compare what I've currently got equipped, and you can see this is a major upgrade indeed. A to equip, and there we go. Now I think we will probably also do that for Cassandra, but I'm not going to repeat that process for Cassandra right now. What I want to see is, just like before, what, for example, Solus is wearing. Currently Solus has Apprentice Male, and it has an armor rating of 69, and it also gives him +2 willpower. Let's see if we've got anything that can be better for Solus. We've got Sturdy Apprentice Male, which has an armor rating of 81. Sounds pretty awesome. Now the point of actually looking at your characters here is to give you a preview of what that armor would look like. So here you can see here on Solus, that's what it would look like for him. Switch over to Cassandra, you can see that she has this this much lighter looking armor than she actually has. Same thing for other types here as well. You can see there's a preview of the Defender Male, which looks pretty sweet, I might add. But we're focusing on Solus and light armor. So let's go to the Sturdy Apprentice Male. Now here you can clearly see what I was mentioning before about the background. This background now looks more like a cloth material rather than a metal material. Just a nice little touch, I think, that they added there. Once again, we've got an armor slot here, which just basically seems to be a generic slot for materials. But we also have something more interesting here, the utility slot. I don't have enough of these cloth materials here. I would need 4, but I've only got 2 or 3. I do have quite a bit of silk and velveteen. Let's look. We've got utility, right? I need 4 pieces, so for utility I can get +4 magic, or with silk I can get +4 magic. It's the same thing. But if I was using a different kind of material, and maybe, I don't know, if I was really excited for it, I could get the plaid weave and get +4 magic, or lamb's wool. No, actually, Samite. Samite would give me +4 to willpower, which might be pretty cool. But honestly, I'm not that strung out to wait for +4 to willpower. +4 to magic will do just fine. Throw that silk in there, and I guess we'll just throw in whatever material satisfies this slot. Craft item, and now we have the imbued apprentice male. Whoops, that's one too many. Going back. Alright, inventory. One more time. Let's take a look at Varric. Go to the medium armor here, and you can see that he has Scout Mail 75. Back to craft armor. Medium. Scout armor 95. Oh my. Very, very nice. You can see, again, I'm going to keep pointing this out just because I don't know why I think it's really cool. Look, it looks like leather back there. Alright, armor. So, anything will do. We'll go with ram leather. This is a defensive slot, though. Take a look at this. Here we can put in a metal type. Blue vitriol. Could give me stagger on being hit. We've got maximum health here. Melee defense. Stagger on being hit. Melee defense. And maximum health once again. Notice that, again, for every piece that you put in there, and this requires 4 pieces, you get that multiplied. So I can get +40 maximum health. That sounds pretty awesome. That would mean that Varric can face tank a little bit more instead of being so squishy. I think I like that. I like the sound of that. And I've got plenty of Drakestone to go for it. Craft it. Vigorous Scout Armor. Awesome. Alright, you know what? I am going to go ahead and make another Defender code really quick. Because I feel like we're leaving Cassandra out for no reason at all. Where are you, Cassandra? Alright, so this will give me whatever, since it's just a generic slot. Utility. Here things can get interesting. +4 to strength sounds nice. I don't know about you guys. Or I could get +4 to constitution. I'm thinking constitution, considering that she's the tank, would actually be better for her. And I've got the Drinkstone, like I said. Let's do that. Alright, so notice that it's not a strong defender coat, which I believe is what it said before I renamed it. This one is an enduring defender coat. So you can see that based on the types of stats as well, that you give your pieces of armor will actually give you a different name, which is pretty sweet. Helps you to quickly differentiate between the different armor pieces that we have. Of course, we don't want to forget to actually equip this stuff. That would be a crime. Let's double check. I believe, yes, he is already wearing the defender coat of the giant. Varric, let's go to medium armor. Vigorous Scout Armor. There you go, boy. Solus, you are currently wearing the Apprentice Mail, no longer. And we can't forget Cassandra. This Enduring Defender coat is for you, my lady. There you go. Awesome. So we got some kick-ass armor upgrades for my characters. Also, something I want to kind of just throw out there. This game is really generous with giving you sweet armor just by exploring the world. I may say this in just about every Dragon Age video that I'm gonna make from here on. Exploring has huge benefits. Of course, it's tons of fun creating your own armor and stuff like that, but honestly, almost all of the upgrades that I've gotten up to this point were me simply finding pieces of armor on bodies or from looting chests and stuff like that. So don't be shy. Go out into the wilds, off the beaten path, and find you some sweet loot. Craft weapons. This is a lot like the crafting armor. I don't have a whole lot of things I can bother with, but I can do this. This does sound good. Notched two-handed haft. This will go for my two-handed weapon, which I'll attach to my main character's primary two-handed weapon. So we need 4 pieces of cloth. This is an offense slot. So let's see what we can throw in here. I've only got enough silk or velveteen. And the benefits I can get are either plus 4% attack or plus 8% barrier damage bonus. I like the sound of that. I want to break through my enemy's defenses, if they have them, quickly and efficiently. Here we have another. This is a metal slot. It's going to require 2 pieces of metal. And I can get stagger on hit. I can get armor penetration, attack, stagger on hit, attack, etc. I think I'm going to go for that armor penetration. And since I need 4 pieces, that's going to give me plus 4% armor penetration. That sounds pretty sweet. Craft that. Dissolving enhanced haft. Okay, now we can't simply throw this on our character. We have to actually use the modify station here. There's the modify armor and we have modify weapons. So now if I go to my list of two-handed weapons, find my main character's weapon, the Maul of the Dragon. And now we're looking for the haft. There it is. Dissolving enhanced haft, which will go into the 1 half slot that I have. And there we go. Now you can see all of the awesome stats that I have there for my big ass maul. I love this thing. And it's got a donkey punch effect. Come on. Who isn't going to suffer enormous amounts of pain from getting donkey punched? Don't forget to confirm changes. And there we go. But I think that that's going to do it for it, guys. We can talk more about runes and other things in future videos. That is just a quick look. I thought I would help to just give it my own take on how crafting works here in Dragon Age Inquisition for you guys. And like I said before, I will be doing videos on how to find more awesome schematics, rare materials, and things like that to get you guys equipped the best that you can here in Dragon Age Inquisition. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these Dragon Age videos, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.